Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, today our topic for discussion is taxonomic characters. Number 2 is physiological characters. Physiological characters are certain functions of living organism like the ability to tolerate temperature and salinity are the characteristic feature of particular groups of animals. These characters can be observed in living organisms only and help to differentiate dissimilar groups of animals. This group of character is hard to define. All structure are the products of physiological processes and thus physiological characters. By physiological characters only one generally means growth, constant, temperature tolerance, and the various processes studied by comparative physiologists. These characters cannot be studied in preserved material. Here is the picture representation of physiological factors. Number 1 is metabolic factor. Metabolic activities help in finding closely related species. For example, gram positive and gram negative bacteria. Here is the body secretion. Form consistent pattern. Find morphology, number, size, and structure of secretory gland. For example, waxy secretion of suckle insects and mealy bugs. For example, suckle insects covered with wax is showing in picture. Then is the genic sterility factor. Different species cannot reproduce a new young one by mating to each other. As a result of mating produces genetically sterile species. They may be totally or partially infertile. Here is the picture representation of horse is crossed with donkey and mule is produced which is sterile or infertile. Number 3 is behavioral characters. Behavior is one of the most important source of taxonomic characters. They are clearly superior to morphological character in the study of closely related species. Courtship and other ethological isolating mechanisms. Mating and reproducing behavior of species help in taxonomic classification, result in reproductive isolation and consequent speciation. For example, slugs, which are a representative member of phylum Mollusca. So, behavior is the most important source of taxonomic character. They are clearly superior to morphological character in the study of closely related species. Here we can also mention example of acoustic characters or production of sound by different animals like mating calls of frog and toads and crickets are used for specimen identification. The pattern of web constructed by spider can be used at various level of classification. Here is the picture representation of behavioral characteristics of living eating nest behavior. For example, drinking habit of pigeon and sand grouse are showing in this picture. Then is the ecological characters. Ecological characters are very important, which indicate distribution of different groups of animals depending upon ecological factor. Selection of suitable habitat, ability to tolerate different ecological factors, varied distribution of organism and resistance to predators serve as an important character during classification of animal groups. So intra and interspecific competition provide enough support about the innate behavior of animals to survive and reproduce. So some species prefer dry habitat, whereas many other may be aquatic, or still other are primarily terrestrial. So every species has its own niche. Niche is actually ecological role of organism living in an ecosystem in nature, differing from its nearest relative in food preference, breeding season, tolerance to various physical factors, resistance to predator, competitors and pathogens, and in other ecological factors. For example, the larvae of both Drosophila bullari and Algae live simultaneously in the decaying pulp of fruits of the cactus. Two species are markedly specialized in their preference of certain yeast and bacteria. Each genus of Galapagos finches is characterized by its utilization of environment. Zoospeza is ground finch, while Camarhynchus is a tree finch. So it is also observed that when two clearly related species coexist in the same general area, they avoid fatal competition by means of species specific characteristics. Here is the elaboration of ecological characteristics, living habitats and host. Living place of an organism cannot share it to others. Two species can coexist in one habitat. Same species cannot live in the same organism. Food and seasonal variation. Important characters in parasite classification. Characteristic may vary depending upon the season. For example, the plumage of birds, antlers of some mammals, and general breeding coloration. Butterflies in springs are typically larger than those in fall season. Then is the parasite and host reaction. Swelling, distortion, and perhaps mechanical injury are produced by parasite and host reaction. Insects parasite can alter head size, wing venation, and other structural feature. Many other structural changes are also occur in host after parasitic attack. Then is the geographic character or geographical character. Geographical character is the distribution of different groups of animal provide a useful taxonomic characters. Geographical character are Among the most useful tools for clarifying a confused taxonomic picture and for testing taxonomic hypotheses. The taxonomist is primarily interested in two kinds of geographical characters. One is the general biogeographic pattern, which is especially useful in arrangement of higher taxa. Then is the allopatric sympatric relationship, which is the most helpful in determining whether or not two populations are conspecific belonging to the same species. Here we mention about allopatric sympatric relationship. Allopatric is that type of species occupying the different geographical area, and sympatric the species having same geographical area. General biogeographic distribution patterns. Variation over geographic space. Researchers examine any structural change correlate to geography. Characters may exist in some geographic areas because of temperature, light, or other physical influences early in ontogeny or development. Sympatric allopatric relationship of population. In macrotaxonomy, the sympatric allopatric relationship of population is often important to determine the species status. Two sympatric populations, when reproducing, can never be conspecific. The mapping of population, subspecies, and allopatric species is indispensable in the delimitation of polytypic species and superspecies. In macrotaxonomy, relationship of higher taxa is analyzed by the distribution of nearest relative or sister group of the taxa. Last one is the molecular characters. Molecular characters are becoming important in taxonomy, especially in prokaryotes, which have very simple organization. The most primitive prokaryotes utilize the same macromolecules and make use of common metabolic pathway which are present in the higher animals. Molecular techniques utilizing sequencing of proteins, nucleic acid, and amino acids help in establishing relationship between different species. The similarity in and relationship between higher animals like humans and chimpanzee is indicated in the similarity of hemoglobin and fibrinopeptides. It has been found that typically human and chimpanzee homologous of protein differ in only an average of 2 amino acid only. So it is relevant to mention one very important aspect of molecular evolution. The relationship is not determined by the presence or absence of shared characters, but it enables to estimate the degree of difference between the two taxa. Here is the character weighting, or you can say weightage of characters. The more characters a taxonomics use the more likely it is that information provided by different characters. So, what the taxonomist must ask in which of characters should be trusted more? How can it be determined which of two conflicting characters give more reliable information on relationship? The process by which this is determined is called weighting, and there is no ironclad rules about weighting. So, method for interfering the phyletic information content of characters. Two conflicting characters give the more reliable information. So here are types of character weighting. Number one is the a priori used before the analysis. For example, descent with modification. Number second is a posteriori after the analysis. Character congruence, resemblance or comparison of characteristics among the living organism. So here are different characters with high and low weight. First of all, we will discuss characters with high weight. Number one is the complexity. Complex structure have greater weight than do simple structure. This is one of the reason why genital armature in arthropod are of such great taxonomic importance. They are usually highly complex and differ even in closely related species, sometimes drastically. So, then is the giant possession of derived character, apomorphy. Henning is the scientist in 1950 articulated a principle that had been followed by taxonomists for generations but had apparently never before been spelled out succinctly. Two forms may share a primitive characters merely because they have not yet lost it, not because they are closely related. Then is the constancy, a character that is constant throughout large group of species has higher weight than does a variable character. So, since monogenic characters sometimes have low variability, this principle is probably valid only with relatively complex or polygenic characters. Then is the consistency, a character that is consistently present in one group and just as absent in related groups obviously has higher weight than does a character that occurs sporadically in several groups and differ merely in frequency of its occurrence, not a specific adaptation. Any character not affected by ecological shift has a higher weight than do character affected by other. Example is the adaptation of merganser, which is type of duck for fish eating. not affected by ecological shift, morphological and behavioral character is example of it. Then is the character with low weight. All conditions that represent the converse character of with high weight have low weight. Every specialist knows characters which are unreliable and is poor indicator of relationship. So here are some attributes showing by low weightage characteristics is the high variability, possession of two eyes in taxa belonging to vertebrate have low weight, and branching of arteries of vertebrate may be of different, not only in different individual of same population but even in left and right side of the body. So differences in arterial pattern are not nearly as helpful for classification as some authors once thought they were. Then is the monogenic and oligogenic character. A simple monogenic character, the character that is produced by one gene or single gene or allele, has low content or phyletic information. The distribution of monogenic characters such as albinism in zoological system is often rather haphazard. Then is the recessive or lost characters. Any recessive character is usually of low taxonomic weight because such losses happen independently in phyletic lines. Taxa based on loss of eyes, loss of wings or wing veins in insects, loss of toes and other appendages in mammal and birds, loss of teeth in mammal or loss of segment in segmented animal are often unnatural. So losses result from special environmental condition. For you can say loss of eyes in cave fishes. They are due to the environment. These fishes are living in caves where there is darkness, and then there is no function of eyes in this condition. Last one is the narrow specialization character reflecting a single selection pressure, such as loss of an organ and desert coloration in birds and mammals, have lower taxonomic weight. Example, physiological character. This was the all about taxonomic characters.
Thank you, students, for your concentration. We will meet in our next lecture. Till that, Allah Hafiz.